you dead inside? Do you feel numb to the world around you? Do you find yourself walking out the door with your shoes untied, hoping that God will take matters into his own hands and make you trip down the staircase? Well, do I have 3 Final Fantasy XIV jobs for you? No, we won't be making peace with our inner demons today. We're inviting them to a party, because after all, if they can't drive you to drink, nothing will. As an American demon, I do believe in equality, so I'll do 1 job from each role to keep it fair. For healers, White Mage is a great job to start a drinking problem with. It's there from the beginning, there's no pop-up that warns you not to do this to yourself, and it lulls you into a false sense of security with easy gameplay. By the time you realize that the devs hate this job so much that they forgot to delete the free cure trait, it's too late. The trap has sprung. You are now stuck in the thankless healer role, blamed for every wipe. Every time people stand just outside of Asylum, you will curse your fate once more. The only thing that brings you joy is presence of mind and holy spam, though you must weep as you remember the unnecessary thin air nerf. Every time anyone talks about healers, they will mention that you are the weakest link. Rest assured that this will never change, because you are a pure healer. No, not that kind of pure. I've seen your limbs at chat logs, dude. I mean pure, as in pure, raw dogging heals. And for as long as the devs are committed to this idea, you will be married to the bottom spot of every healer tier list. For that reason, I will rate the overall despair of this job at 5 out of 5 stars, and contempt for other jobs and their inability to stand in healing range of 4 out of 5. Rage is just a 2 out of 5 though, because for as much as you like to make blood for the blood lily memes, we all know you're just coping with the fact that you will never, ever get Arrow 3 back. Sorry for your loss. For tanks, Gunbreaker should be your poison of choice, especially if you have bad ping. The weaving requirements are merciless, and you can enjoy clipping your GCD constantly unless you live right inside Yoshi P's basement, and most of us can't afford to pay his rent. Trust me. Been there, done that. As punishment for me missing a payment, he added hypervelocity in Endwalker. Even more weaving. I would say sorry, but as a Gunbreaker main myself, I hear nothing but monkeys screeching whenever I look at another tank. And yes, I will provoke off of you mid-pull just to assert my dominance. Please don't actually do that. We also have Super Bolide, which is as close as you can get to unaliving yourself without playing the job that shall not be named. Speaking of which, I don't know why Dark Knight takes the edgy tank title. When's the last time they shot themselves in the face? Exactly. They're weak. Dark Knight can literally summon a friend to fight alongside them in battle. I can't think of anything more cutesy than that. But Gunbreaker, all we have is a heart of stone and gnats of steel. I will rate Gunbreaker a 2 out of 5 on despair, because we're just low IQ enough to think life still has meaning. I give it a 1 out of 5 on contempt, because our memory is too poor to actually hold a grudge. And a whopping 5 out of 5 on rage, for whenever you remember no mercy is not 25 seconds long. Finally, we have our DPS, and if I wanted to cheese this part, I could just say any job that isn't Black Mage, because despite whatever lies Yoshi P says to our face, we know he has a favorite child. But there's one job in particular that's become the butt of every joke. Everyone's designated whipping boy. The red-headed stepchild of Black Mage. That's right, Samurai. The other selfish DPS, who is suffering from success. Because yes, the Samurai number is in fact bigger than other numbers. Some may say it has the best numbers of them all. But what does that matter when you've ripped away his only true friend, Kaiten? You replaced his big sexy numbers with boring guaranteed crits, which makes his wilted garden hose soft as fresh linen. You took Shin 10 and turned it into use this a shit ton. No more flippy whippy sword animation. No more conal AoEs because the 14 player base can't handle shapes other than circle. How is a samurai supposed to keep his honor in these dark times? And how can you delete Kaiten without at least adding a new themed skill that fits the mood, like seppuku? A glaring oversight on the dev team's part. But that's just par for the course when it comes to our very own Bushido warriors. There's no space for honor in Yoshida's Eorzea. Believe it or not, it's only a 1 out of 5 for rage, because most samurai mains are too dead inside to feel emotions like hate. A 2 out of 5 for despair, because at least he still has his waifus to keep him warm. But it's a 5 out of 5 on contempt for other players, who continue to tell him Kaiten was never a big deal in the first place, and wasn't even a real skill. Gaslighting, John, really? Is that what your therapist told you? With these 3 jobs, I'm positive that you can find the strength to finally uninstall the game. Me personally, I'm on my 8th year of playing, but I'm sure I'll burn out any day now. It's only a matter of time. We're stuck here forever, aren't we?